Athens, Georgia, the classic city and a classic day for college football. The atmosphere absolutely exhilarating as the Georgia Bulldogs set to tee it up at Sanford Stadium to start this season. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone.
And the Oklahoma.
As he stopped at the 13. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll leave it with him. Keeps the legs moving. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
They're trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollack, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the Honey Badger before the Honey Badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
Fires to the big fella. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try to pop the draw. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. 2 totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And that's good enough for a first down.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. This crowd knows when to bring it. Using his legs, it's Hicks. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Looking for a man, it's Hawkins. Looking left. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
He's going to pass on second down. The short hands, it's Haynes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Line gets set, first down. Motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Sooners want to move quickly.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some.
And he breaks into the open. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I'll tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Hawkins. Throws to the tight end. Fires it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The ball's free. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Looking for space. It's Frazier. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Quick release on the RPO. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Trying to get to him. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Makes the grab over the middle. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Fast motion from the offense. Keep it on the ground. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Afterburners coming at the 30. Keeps it and gets the first down. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a top 5 battle with enormous ramifications all across football. Here's the latest. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens in a 1 versus 2 matchup you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's White. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On the ground, it's Frazier. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
On the option. Now the toss. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. After run, now throw. A strike downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Bulldogs in the hurry up. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game, and he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so
breaks the tackle, and he's got room.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle, because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his... Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, the ground game. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
it's the MO of this offense. They really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And the Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the ball.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They're working that left side. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on 1st down. Getting some heat. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's White. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Rashada. Lofts one high and deep. And he makes the catch at the 25. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Game of the day, guys. Arguably the game of the season, and we've got an update. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. We'll parachute back into your game, fellas, if anything changes in this heavyweight battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it on the right. All kinds of running room. Inside the 10. Touchdown Sooners. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they could not have finished with more style. An 87-yard touchdown pass. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's White. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Ron.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying to get the corner. Finds a little bit of space. Gets 3 to the 22. Georgia going up tempo. They'll go to the ground. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. They get to the line quickly. On the run, it's Frazier. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Georgia going back to work with another first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Toss to the outside.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Now on second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. It's complete. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to move it through the air. Complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Really nice job threading the needle in that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He'll run it again. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And here they come, almost all the way back. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's White. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Makes the quick grab. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Offense gets set for second down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Using his feet to buy time. Got his man on the right. Gets away from one, finds room. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Rashada. Feeling some heat. Buys a little time with his feet. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
3rd and short now from their own 48. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Hey, give the defense a lot of credit on that one. 3rd and about 5. Offense going RPO, so they're really putting you in a bind, but everybody doing a nice job reading their keys, and they're able to stop the back short of the 1st down marker. Big decision coming up here for the offense.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. And the ball comes to rest right there. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Tosses it incomplete.
And I take gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the timing just a hair off. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Griffin. Floating away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker.
Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the move, he fires. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Wide out in motion. A first down run in the red zone. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be third down. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. Looking for a man. It's Griffin. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
Number 7. Hauls it in the end zone.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So the penalty will not be... He stands on the result of the play. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Notre Dame is just getting blown off the field right now. I know a lot of people either love or hate the Golden Domers, but anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Alabama. We'll keep you posted on things until the clock hits zeros in a game that, for now anyway, has been very revealing.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Back to pass, it's Rashada. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Georgia going up tempo. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Here's the handoff. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
The offense with a big opportunity in the red zone.
Right back to the well. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Get set.
Gonna run it. It's Frazier. They bring him down, and he's gonna lose a yard on that one.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting the big tackle for a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Try to get it to the edge. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end, or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, we always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Griffin. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
The Sooners will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to pick up just a few more yards here to get within the kicker's range, David.
No doubt, Reese. We got to take care of the football, but we're trying to get as many yards as we can. Jesse, let's make this thing as easy as possible on our kicker.
You're right. And listen, you've got some time, too, so you don't got to panic here. Just pick the right play and go execute.
He's not afraid to go deep. He makes the catch inside the 25. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Unleashes one deep. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
2nd down after that incompletion. Looking to throw, it's Rashada. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On 3rd down, going up top. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Georgia. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
That is how you end a football game. Closing seconds, great execution. Take the lead. This game is almost over.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're just about ready to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. He makes a catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
At the 44. And a first down for the offense.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's caught at the 10. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one, as they'll come up short in this game. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment and continue to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.